Hey guys, and welcome back to Makeup by You, and today in this video I have a review. I love doing reviews, and today I'm reviewing the latest launch as of right now from Morphe, and this is the Morphe X Jeffree Star eyeshadow palette. I did get this earlier actually, but I just wanted to wait until like 8 to review it. So first things first, I have actually already done my eyebrows, so I'm ready to get right into the eyeshadow. And the packaging on the outside is a holographic.
Is this thing real? Hello? Hello?
And then in it, it just says Morphe X Jeffree Star. And at the bottom there, it says the Jeffree Star Artistry palette, which reminds me of someone else's Artistry palette, if you know where I'm coming from.
The James Charles Artistry palette.
I remember on Jeffree's launch video it said that it had a special message on the back, so if you're waiting to like get the palette and read the message yourself, then I'll leave a little marker as to where you can skip to here. But first, if you're new, subscribe to my channel, and even if you're not new, give this video a thumbs up, and also follow me on Instagram. It'll also be somewhere on the screen, but on the back it reads, "Hi, how are ya?" We all know I live for making a bold statement, especially with my makeup. The world needs colour and I'm serving it up by the pound. I'm so excited to once again create magic with Morphe and bring this beyond stunning palette of velvety, vivid shades to life and into your hands. All Jeffree Star approved and created all for you. One touch and you'll be hooked. So dive in and explore your creativity. And then it just says love and lipstick, and then it's signed by Jeffree Star. So I actually haven't opened this yet, so let's do a first impressions. So on the front of the palette, it again just says Morphe X Jeffree Star with a holographic finish. So, oh, I just tried to open it sideways. I think it opens upwards. Wow. It's actually a lot more pretty in real life than I thought it would be, which kind of might sound a bit cunty, but it does look better in real life. And so it actually also has this holographic print around the mirror, and it also has it on the Morphe X Jeffree Star title at the top. I don't know if you can really see that. I'm also going to be doing swatches of all the shades, and I know Jeffree also did swatches, but he did hand swatches, and I know people can be a bit iffy about them. So I'm just going to be going row by row.
Okay guys, I get it. I didn't know how to fucking swatch powders at the beginning.
And one thing I want to address about the palette is the most amount of comments I saw on Trendmood was that this looked kind of childy, like it looked like Claire's makeup, and I think that's because the shapes of the pans aren't squares. Like, it's close to a square, but it just has kind of rounded sides. So I think that makes it look very childy.
You literally just made that word up. It's not even real.
Who does that?
In the announcement video, Jeffree didn't say what sort of eye base you should use. So I'm going to be using, on one side, the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and then on the other side, I'm going to be taking the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. This is in the shade C1. I'm going to be blending them both up with different mini sponges. So now let's get into the eye look. I'm going to be setting both sides with the shade Lin, which is close to my skin tone, so perfect for setting the eyelid. So to start this look off, I'm just going to be applying the shade Wake and Bake to the outer 7 of my eye, outer V of my eye. I don't even know at this point. I'm now going to be taking the shade Self Made and placing it on the inner part of my eyelid. I'm just deepening the outer corners with the shade Nate. I'm back after putting the green and pink shades on my lid, and I put down Wake and Bake, and then I tried to deepen it up with the shade Nate, but I really encountered some problems with the shade Nate. Like, it doesn't really blend very nicely. Like, you see that patchiness there? I've really tried to blend that out, but it doesn't really blend. Okay, so now it's time to cut the crease, because I'm just going to put a shimmery shade on the pink portion of my eye. So to cut the crease, I'm going to be using, again, the Revolution Conceal and Define. So now I'm going to apply this pink shimmery shade here called Don't Know Her. Hey guys, I'm back after finishing all my makeup, because I felt like in an eyeshadow review you did not need to see me do all my makeup. But this is a completed look using the Morphe x Jeffree Star Artistry palette. So let's get into my final thoughts. As you saw, I only actually used around 5 shades out of this palette. And what I can tell you is they are pigmented shadows, but I do have a problem with especially the shade Nate, where it does not really blend properly. Like, if you see there, that darker green patch there, that is where the shade Nate hasn't really been able to blend out properly, which is obviously a bit of a problem because it looks unblended.
Here, oh shit, Sherlock.
Also, the shade Don't Know Her, it took at least 3 or 4 layers to actually build it up to the intensity, as in shine, that I wanted it to be, which it took a lot of effort. I did use the shade Honest Truth to blend it all out as like a transition shade, which I think did the job. I do also want to touch on something that I think the shade Dog Mom, because I was going to get the Colourpop X Halo Top, the collab they did, in the shade Birthday Cake with the 2 shock shadows. I feel like that is a good dupe for one of them, which I think is a good thing. So in this palette you get 30 shades for £35. But obviously you are paying for the Jeffree Star name. I don't think these shades are anything revolutionary. I think they are very generic. I think with all Morphe shadows they are pigmented, but I definitely think they don't have the blendability of, say, you know, an Anastasia shade or a Huda Beauty shade. I think for the price it is worth it, because they're 30 shades that you can use and are usable. I think the colour scheme in it is a bit lackluster in my opinion, especially for an Artistry palette. It just has, you know, pinks, nudes, browns, and then just like greens and pinks, which I think they are missing out on the, you know, blues, oranges, reds. But aside from that, if this is your sort of colour story, then I think definitely go for it for the price. Personally, this, you know, it took me quite a while to think of a look to do with it, which I know sounds stupid, but to me the shades just aren't screaming at me. I prefer to have a rainbow palette so I can have like everything, so I can have a lot of choices. But as I said, I think this could definitely be used as an everyday palette or as a bit of a colourful, playful palette. As you know, you have your browns, you have your nudes, you have the greens and the pinks if you want to take it there. So I think you definitely could get a lot of wear out of this, in the sense that it can be used in the, you know, colourful section and the casual section. So I think for £35 or $35 for 30 shades, I don't think you can really go wrong. I think the packaging is gorgeous, especially with that holographic. Like, it's not fake hollow, it is real hollow. So do I recommend this palette? Yes, I do, especially if you're a Jeffree Star fan. I think you will love it. All the products I used today will be listed in the description. Also, as I said at the beginning of the video, if you're new to my channel, subscribe down below or swipe up on your phone and click the subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below what you think of the colour scheme in this palette, or comment me some video ideas, and also follow me on Instagram. It will be here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Don't be fucking rude. Are you kidding me? I swear to God, don't be fucking rude and throw the thing on me. I'll fucking hurt you. Don't do that. Stop. Oh my God.